So as you know, before the launch, there's a pre-launch. Pre-launch is where really the most of the work happens. Really where you get your inner circle. You find your around 20 people that you're going to really work with. As we know, our pre-launch is done on the 29th of August. So really what I say to you is, from now to 29th of August, really push forward as much as you can to get as many people in your inner circle as possible. Okay, so our pre-launch will start on the 29th of August. As I said, push forward as far forward as possible to get as many people in your team as you can to help with the game plan, to do the game plan with you. Now, what Eric Ward recommends himself is to get an inner circle. You don't have to, it's not mandatory, but he recommends it. And this is a guy who in his first ever proper 90-day game plan has made millions and millions and millions of pounds, so I am going to listen to someone like him. So yeah, so what that means is your inner circle should be the 20 most influential people you know. We say 20 because 20 is like a magical number that we use in the 90-day game plan. And it works, and he's seen success over the years with this number 20. But you don't have to get 20, but we recommend 20 people who you really partner with and kind of do this game plan with. You create your own inner circle, because it's your game plan alone. It's not mine, it's not John or Victory's, Cassius or Luke or anyone's. It's your game plan. So just find the 20 people that you can really partner with. And what Eric Ward says himself is this is really a chance for you to kind of talk to people that you would never really be able to talk to before. So your teacher that you've wanted to talk to about Vima, but you've never been able to before. This is a chance right now. This is a chance. And then you have recruiting. So this is just basically with your inner circle, recruiting as many people as you can, ready for the launch. Now you need to be leveraging the launch, leveraging the big event, leveraging the work we're going to do and the six-figure income earners we're going to be creating throughout this launch. Leverage that when you're recruiting people from now on. You could say, what, John, Victory, and so-and-so's on board. I have Mary, so-and-so who's doing this game plan with me. I've just helped so-and-so launch their business. If they know this person, they're like, oh, wait, he's done it. He was in my class. Like, okay, well, if he's done it, why can't I do it? You need to be leveraging other people that they might know that could do this game plan, because this is a chance for you to recruit the most people you've ever recruited before. This is what it's all about. It's a chance for you to get psyched up, as Eric Ward says himself. And really the point of the pre-launch, throughout the 30 days of the pre-launch, from the 29th of August to the 29th of September, it's really about, after you've recruited your inner circle and you've helped them recruit people, it's just about helping your inner circle, do their own mini game plan. Help them recruit as many people as possible and really get your team as big as you can before the launch. Because the bigger your team is before the launch, the bigger this game plan is going to be. It's going to be absolutely insane. So how are we going to do this? So really, you want to be recruiting your inner circle through one-to-ones or two-on-ones. So meeting up in coffee shops, meeting up at your house, meeting up at your own church or Nando's, anywhere you need to meet up with your friends, your teacher. Offer them out for coffee, because if you've been trying to get someone on board in Vima for a long, long time and they haven't been able to do it, or they keep making excuses up to you, what I'd really say to you is leverage what's happening as an opportunity to get them to listen out to what you have to say about Vima. For example, say to a banker, through your mum or dad or through your aunt, you know what, Pete, I really want to take you out for coffee. I really want to take you out for lunch. I have something really big I want to share with you. A professional proposal I want to pose to you. I'd really like to share it with you over lunch. And no one's going to turn down a free lunch. 9 times out of 10, they're going to come along, hear what you have to say, and hopefully you can help them do the game plan with you. So yeah, 2 ones. Bring your upline with you. Bring John or Victory or Cassius down with you, and really just help them share this game plan with you if you don't know how to. That's what I'm saying. Always leverage the game plan. Always leverage what's happening next. So for example, now we're going to be leveraging the pre-launch. So if you're recruiting people into business now, leverage the pre-launch. Say you're getting in before everyone else recruits. You're at the sweet spot. You can say to them, right now, we haven't even started the project. This is a chance for you to really capitalize on what's happening. Or when we get to the pre-launch, you say, the launch is happening in less than 30 days. This is a really chance for us to work together, team up in a partnership, and really take over what's happening here. This is the pre-launch. It's pretty simple. And then obviously on the 30th of September, we launch. Now this is probably going to be one of the biggest moments of your life. On the day of the launch, we're going to be having a huge event. We're going to have a huge call that everyone's going to have to be jumping on. And kind of understand well, everyone wants to know what we're going to be doing in the launch. What's the launch about? Well, first of all, you're going to be making around 100 to 200 calls a day, you know, and Eric Kors says himself, he doesn't know this many people. He doesn't know 90,000 people, but you're going to be calling your friends at least 10 times throughout this launch, at least 10 times. You know, he even said if his friends ignore him, it's a chance to make oblivion. If they're ignoring your calls, call them until they pick up. You know, because professionals don't care. You know, as soon as you've called someone, if they've ignored you once and you called them back another time, you've now removed yourself from 99%. Because 99% of people will call you once and they will not call you back again. You know, so if you call them back twice, you've removed yourself from that 99%, and you're now doing something different. So what do you do when you do something different? You tend to get a different result. You know, and that's what Eric Kors says himself. So yeah, you're going to be recalling people. You know, all your friends are going to be calling at least 10 times. You know, you may burn out people, you may not. End of the day, if you do burn out people through this, they probably weren't your friend anyway. You know, it's simple as that. Three-way calls. You know, you're going to be leveraged in the story. Actually, we want to touch on something in the next train about what we're going to be doing with three-way calls. But yeah, you know, you and your friend, you'll be connecting the upline. You'll just be sharing the story as much as you can. Just calling. Welcome calls. We're really going to be honing in on this. You know, we're really going to be making sure we welcome every new person to the team. So this is where our time is going to be so valuable. So every new person joins, we call them up. Hey, welcome. Even if they don't pick up, we leave them a voicemail. Hey, welcome to the team, man. I know I haven't met you yet, but, you know, but I'm really excited to get to work with you. And whoever brought you along, you mentioned their name. You know, and you just show them that you care. And then when they hear their voicemail, and then they hear, wow, like Trisha, she's like this crazy woman who's doing fantastic things, and I've never met her before, but she actually cares. You know, it's going to mean a lot to that person. So that's really key in this. You know, and then we're going to be doing team calls. Now, averagely, you have maximum 20 people who you're going to be talking to on a regular basis in your team. So by the launch day, you're going to have a huge team, you know, a huge team. Because the way things are going, we're going to be recruiting faster and faster and faster. So what I'd really say to you is get yourself prepared now. Because now, this is the easy part. We're in the easy part. And so what I'd really say to you is to make later on easier, work harder now. So when you... doing the launch, you're really going to be choosing around 20 people, you know, maximum 20 people. We won't have to choose, already be there. And you're going to be calling these 20 people every single day throughout the whole of the 90-day game plan. So by the end of the game plan, what would be happening is you'd have built such rapport with these around 20 people that they're never going to want to quit. You're going to have a strong leadership team of maximum 20 people that are going to want to be fighting this war with you. They're going to want to be taking this whole thing to the top. You know, so that's what he really says. Use this game plan to really build rapport and strengthen your team. You know, because everyone gets scared about what's going to happen when we put 5,000 people into both our networks, and then what happens after that? How are we going to create retention? How are we going to keep them in? This is how we want to build such strong leaders, such strong rapport with these people. They're never going to want to quit. You know, team calls, as I said, team calls, building rapport people. We're just going to exposing people all the time. I really say to you is in terms of mindset throughout this whole game plan, you really want to go all in or nothing. So what I say to you, if you're on the edge, like I'm not too sure, you know, I've never really done anything else in my life before. You know, it's scary for me. What if I fail? What if my friends don't like me anymore? You need to develop the mindset where you go all in or you go home. Let me make this clear. You go all in or you go home. For one reason, you can choose your time. If you want to do level 1, level 2, level 3, that's okay. If you have other commitments that you cannot remove, for example, a full-time job, if you cannot remove that commitment, that's okay. But you need to be honest with yourself. Do you really need to go see that person? Do you really need to go and stay with your kids for that long? Or can you give it to your husband and your boyfriend? You really need to make full commitment to yourself and go all in. Because no matter how many hours you're doing, what this is really about is developing that mind where you either win or you die in this game plan. And I don't mean that in a harsh way. What I mean is, you know, you just develop the mind where you just go all in. This is for bigger reasons. This is not just about you. This is about the future generation, about giving back to people who we cared about, you know, who might not have now, and just take massive action, you know. And we really want to develop a recruiting focus, because trainings aside, trainings are not going to be that key throughout this. What's going to be happening is every new person you bring in, the only thing you're going to share with them is how to recruit. Now, for the period of 90 days, all that's going to be happening is you're going to be recruiting so many people. You're going to be sleeping recruitment. You're going to be sleeping invites. You're going to be sleeping who you're going to talk to the next day, and that's what's going to make your business go crazy. You know, and just learn to love your phone. You know, I'm actually when I hit gold, I'm actually buying the Samsung Curve as a present to myself, because I know throughout this game plan I'm gonna need a new phone. I'm gonna need unlimited minutes, unlimited internet, unlimited messages, unlimited everything, because we're gonna be going ham. We're gonna be going all in, and I'm so excited about that, to be honest with you guys. So, you know, I'm coming to an end now. Okay, it's very short. So last of all is just take action. You know, I mean, what the game plan is really about. We're just going to be having everyday team calls, as mentioned earlier. I think this is really key to just kind of to build that retention within the team. You know, we're also keeping our schedule busy. Also, one thing I need to say to you guys is people tend to make the mistake of productivity and just working hard. You know, and this comes in when you make everyday team calls. So you're going to be calling your team every single day, between 30 to 45 minutes every day. You're going to be spending calling your teams. Now, if you're calling your team member about the one invite you made earlier, and every day you're talking about this one invite that you were making earlier, that's not productivity. That's trying to avoid the situation and waste time by talking to your teammates about this. You need to be sharing insight with them and really just pushing them forward in this, and not wasting time with things that happened before. You know, the culture we are creating is recruit, recruit, recruit. No more avoidance. You know, you're going to be making conference calls, webinars, blitz days, one-on-ones, two-on-ones, home meetings, opportunities, just sharing the opportunity with every single person you bloom and meet, you know, and just going through the getting starting process, doing basic trainings. As I said, this is not going to be big, but this will be happening. You know, there will be a system of training that we'll be doing with the whole team, and that will help and create retention within the team. But this one be an everyday thing. This will be little and often, you know. So yeah, and really just, this is about, I mean, I don't know if you ever had the problem of not being very punctual, turning up late, you know, missing things, you know, not doing what you meant to do, avoiding situations. This is a time for you really to bring all that together and create time management, you know, to organize yourself. Make your schedule throughout this game plan so busy that you are just, your momentum is so high, you're not going to have any emotion. Your emotion is going to be so excited and looking forward to the future. You're not going to be feeling fear. You're not going to be scared. You're not going to be feeling disappointment. All you're going to be feeling is, wow, I cannot wait to wake up tomorrow and make the day the same as it was yesterday. You know, because you're going to have so much momentum in your business. You're not going to want to stop. And that really would work better with time management. You know, knowing what you're doing, when you're meant to be doing it, building each minute imperfectly. You know, call after call after call after call. You know, I was on Andrew Yeager the other day with Victory. You know, and he literally done back-to-back calls with people, back-to-back calls. And that's the kind of culture we want to be creating, back-to-back calls. There is no break. There is no tea break for me anymore. There is just non-stop grinding. And really just focus on making everyone get into the recruit mode. As I said again, I will keep talking about this, you know, because repetition is a mother in skill. And, you know, and we want to hone in on this. Everyone needs to focus on making your team members, your newest team members, go into recruiting mode. That's all we're doing. And I promise you, if you just keep that in mind, there's no failing this. It is straight to the top for us and our team. And last of all, and this is where I'm going to finish up, guys. I'm sorry to keep you so long. Activity. I mean, if any of you guys are scared about what's going to go wrong in this game plan, you know, or what's going to happen, or you're just scared in general because things are going to change for you, you know, over the next 4 or 5 months. The one thing that would cure all of these fears is activity. You know, because as Eric Kors says himself, activity stops negative emotion. You know, if you have activity, you're not feeling disappointment, you're not feeling scared, you're not having fears, you're not thinking about what's happening in your life. All you're thinking about is the future. Activity stops negative emotion. And really what I say to you, just kind of ending off, is think about your commitment. Make your commitment and make it happen. Go all in and just kind of be true to yourself, because no matter how much I ask you and how much you tell me what you're doing and how excited you are about what we're doing with the project, you know, in Carl's name, what really matters is thinking about your why, thinking about where you want to be, you know, after these 90 days. You know, I've already started making commitments to myself. You know, I promised my little sister that for Christmas she'll be getting an Apple Mac computer, because she's wanted one for so long, and my dad can't afford it. So I've made a commitment that's going to happen for you. So make a commitment to yourself. You know, make a long-term why. What are you going to do when you have all this goddamn money? Okay. And lastly, promote. We have the biggest event that has ever occurred in the UK, guys. Understand this one thing. We have the biggest event in Vima that has ever occurred in the UK, possibly in the whole of the world for Vima, you know, as an individual event. we have BK Barreto and Cliff Braun confirmed for our event. There's going to be over 1,000 new people sitting in the hall, most likely in the Excel Center. That's what it's looking like. In the Excel Center. This is big, bigger than anything you've ever imagined before. On the 9th of January, this Saturday, the 9th of January, we will be having the biggest event that's ever happened in VMware in the UK. Now, if that doesn't get you excited, then you're in the wrong bloody business, because right now I'm so fired up and I'm just looking for the future. You know, so I just want to say thank you for jumping on, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Good night.